Hello, and welcome to episode 70 of my playthrough of Mass Effect Legendary Edition, where I will not be using Charm or Intimidate dialogue options, and will not be using Paragon or Renegade interrupts. Gonna go through the codex. Let's just double check this technology section, but
Biotics is the
there it is.
The genophage bioweapon was created to end the Krogan rebellions. The Turians fought the Krogan to a standstill, but the sheer weight of Krogan numbers indicated they could not be stopped through conventional means. The Turians collaborated with the Salarians to engineer a genetic counter to the Krogan's rapid breeding. The genophage virus replicated by eating key genetic sequences, altering every cell of Krogan physiology, so the Krogan could not use gene therapy to fix the affected tissues. Once a genophage strain could replicate no more, it would starve and die, limiting mutation and contamination. In addition, the created genetic flaw is hereditary. The resulting mutation made only 1 in 1,000 Krogan pregnancies carry to term, reducing offspring viability rather than fertility. Krogan warlords fought battles over the females able to carry children to term. The release of the genophage is still controversial and bitterly debated in many circles.
Yeah, the stuff about how the genophage works is very seemingly contradictory, because don't the Krogans... I thought at one point it was indicated that Krogan lay eggs. Maybe I'm mistaken about that. 1 in 1,000 Krogan pregnancies carry to term. Plus, isn't it the case that Krogan have multiple babies at once? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The Salarian government is called the Salarian Union. It is a labyrinthine web of matrilineal bloodlines with political alliances formed through interbreeding. In many ways, the Salarian political network functions like the noble families of Earth's medieval Europe. Structurally, the government consists of fiefdoms, baronies, duchies, planets, and marches, colonization clusters. These are human nicknames. The original Salarian is unpronounceable. Each area is ruled by a single Dolatras, matriarchal head of household, and represents an increasing amount of territory and prestige within the Salarian political web. Approaching 100 members, the first circle of a Salarian's clan comprises parents, siblings, uncles, aunts, and cousins. The next circle includes second cousins, etc. It escalates to well over 1,000 members. The fourth or fifth circle of a clan numbers into the millions. Salarian loyalty is greatest to their first circle and diminishes from there. Their photographic memories allow Salarians to recognize all their myriad relatives. In the absence of realistic terrain or equipment, military organizations will often make use of a combat simulator as a method of training soldiers for varied combat environments. Holographic projectors are used to create visual representations of opponents and obstacles. Kinetic barriers are then cast to prevent participants from passing through the obstacles and terrain. Kinetic barriers are also used to simulate weapon damage and shockwaves. However, while most trainers argue that pain is the best teacher, all government-sponsored combat simulators are required to make use of extensive safety protocols to prevent any serious permanent damage to participants. An artificial intelligence is a self-aware computing system capable of learning and independent decision-making. Creation of a conscious AI requires adaptive code, a slow, expensive education, and a specialized quantum computer called a blue box. An AI cannot be transmitted across a communication channel or computer network without its blue box. An AI cannot be transmitted across a communication channel or computer network. Without its blue box, an AI is no more than data files. Loading these files into a new blue box will create a new personality, as variations in the quantum hardware and runtime results create unpredictable variations. The Geth serve as a cautionary tale against the dangers of rogue AI, and in In Citadel space, they are technically illegal. Advocacy groups argue, however, that an AI is a living, conscious entity deserving the same rights as organics. They argue that continued use of the term artificial is institutionalized racism on the part of organic life. The term synthetic is considered the politically correct alternative. Okay, so it just got through saying that you need a blue box to have an AI. But with the Geth, so they are one networked AI. So is the blue box like all of the hardware that makes up the Geth? Is that what the blue box is? Because that doesn't really make sense. I don't know. It seems like it doesn't quite work. Anyway. Do we want to read more of these, or do we want to... Let's just get through this section. Advances in computing have done away with traditional input devices like keyboards. Instead, modern input peripherals are usually holographically displayed in front of the user at a height and angle for ergonomic ease. Machines that use this interface detect a user through a microframe chip in the user's glove that keys into the computer. Once a user is accepted, motion accelerometers in the user's gloves match his hand's location with that of a proportionate but smaller mirror set of controls inside the computer itself. As the user presses against the holographic field, force feedback in the glove kicks in, giving a slight resistance. A person can then feel his way through using a touchscreen that isn't actually there. A simple toggle switch on the back of the hands allows the gloves to be turned off when not in use. Haptic interfaces have become so common that some individuals undergo cybernetic enhancement surgery to have the accelerometers implanted in their fingertips. Going bareskin is the sign of a committed computer user who no longer has to fuss with putting on gloves or cleaning them with alcohol wipes to get rid of the clammy hand smell. A virtual intelligence is an advanced form of user interface software. VIs use a variety of methods to simulate natural conversation, including an audio interface and an avatar personality to interact with. Although a VI can provide a convincing emulation of sentience, they are not self-aware, nor can they learn or take independent action. VIs are used as operating systems on commercial and home computers. Minimal VI agents are also available. Agents are compact and specialized. Some serve as personal secretaries, filtering calls and scheduling meetings based on user-defined priorities. Others are advanced search engines propagating themselves across the extranet to collate user-requested data. Commercial VIs and a variety of stock personalities are available at any software retailer. Boutique firms and hobbyists also build unique VIs to personal specification. Although software emulation of living personalities is illegal, reconstructions of famous historical figures are common. With the blue box things, that's another thing. So, VIs do not have a blue box. Edie is an AI. She must have a blue box. And she was the AI that was somehow accidentally developed on Earth's moon. But if she was meant to be a VI, then there would have been no blue box, right? So how does she turn into an AI? And I assume that Cerberus then had to grab her blue box from the base on the moon and put it into the Normandy. I don't know. I'm thinking about this too much. Let's continue on here. The death of thousands of security and military personnel in the Battle of the Citadel was a loss felt throughout the galaxy. As large numbers of qualified personnel transferred to the Citadel to replace those that died, short-handed security companies filled out their numbers with large-scale use of unmanned security robots. Commonly referred to as mechs, the security robots are typically grouped into light and heavy varieties. Light mechs come in a variety of sizes but are easily distinguished by opposable digits that help them in their versatile security roles. Heavy mechs lack digits and are simply weapons platforms intended to keep the peace in high-threat areas. The quadrupedal dog mech has a face composed of contraband detection sensors, and it too is armed in case a perpetrator resists arrest. A typical security mech has an extremely limited virtual intelligence. Its duty is straightforward and narrow, usually to guard an area, run a friend or foe program to halt unauthorized access, and fire a set of pre-recorded voice commands to warn troublemakers away from the area. Light security mechs are equipped with irritant sprays and electroshockers to force compliance, and heavy mechs may be outfitted with flashbang stunners for similar purposes. When facing an opponent armed with a firearm, any mech will immediately resort to lethal anti-personnel weapons to neutralize the threat. If the situation turns violent rapidly enough, it may not even use its warnings. Security mechs are frowned upon for actual military duty. Though tough enough to survive most firefights, their VI simply does not have the programming to plan an ambush, rescue a hostage, treat a wound, or any of countless other objectives that a soldier must be able to perform on the fly. Discovering the age of a mass relay is not an easy task. Relays can shield themselves to preserve their integrity down to the quantum level, so taking a sample for analysis proves nigh impossible. Relays also maintain self-cleaning cycles, wiping away potential evidence through damage or dormancy, though damage or dormancy can cause this cycle to break down, such as in the case of the Charon relay, which became covered in ice. A breakthrough was recently made by Dr. Amanda Kenson, who revisited old methods of dating the relays by testing dust trapped in their gravity wells. By comparing the relative velocity of relays to that of the stars they orbit, as well as the composition of the dust around dormant relays against the dust at known locations in their star systems, Kenson could create a timeline of when a relay passed through the dust. The result dates the relay back millions of years. Some may even predate the Protheans. Kenson concluded that the oldest known relay is in Batarian space. Dubbed Alpha, it resides near the star Bahak and is unusual in its potential range and versatility. Alpha usually sends and receives mass at the range of a normal secondary relay, but if certain controls are adjusted, it becomes powered by an unprecedented amount of dark energy that could send cargo to 16 other relays and even across a great distance to the Citadel. Hegemony authorities have kept this quiet, fearing retaliation from Council species who would assume hostile intent if they found a sudden new route into their space. It goes without saying that the Reapers have no such fear. Alright, plenty of Codex reading for now.
Commander, have you retrieved the Primarch for your summit?
Yes, sir. But the Asari are staying on the sidelines.
They'll regret that. The time for unity is now.
The Solarians will be there, though.
You don't sound very optimistic.
We expect the Krogan will be joining us, too.
I see. Well, then you've got your hands full, Commander. Was there something else you needed to discuss?
Have you pieced together how the Reapers hit Earth?
It wasn't all that complicated, really. They surged through the relays and hit Arcturus Station before we knew what was happening. From there, it was a short jump to the Sol system. Earth didn't stand a chance.
Sending us to the Mars Archives was a good call.
Still doesn't make up for the fact that the Reapers nailed us to the wall. I sacrificed the entire Second Fleet to provide cover for the Third and the Fifth to retreat. Hell, I presided over the most devastating military defeat in human history.
Any updates on Cerberus?
There's still the wild card here. Hitting the archives on Mars suggests they're after the same thing we are. A way to defeat the Reapers.
It didn't seem as if the Elusive Man was suggesting we appease them. Not like Saren did. You'd think we'd be on the same side, now more than ever.
Cerberus has never played by the rules as we know them. I don't know what their agenda is, but it has nothing to do with humanity's best interests.
The Elusive Man talked about controlling the Reapers. He seemed to think that's how we win this.
He's wrong. Dead Reapers are how we win this.
Doesn't mean he won't try.
I saw your report on that Cerberus soldier you found on Mars. If the Elusive Man is good at one thing, it's finding new ways to subvert science. It's never worked for him before, and it won't now.
Has your analysis of the Prothean device turned up anything?
The hour appears to be right. It's a weapon of some sort. A big one. Beyond that, we really can't say, other than it's going to be a hell of a thing to try and build.
Do you think it's risky, building something like this when we don't even know what it does?
To be honest, the thing scares the hell out of me, but the Reapers have forced our hand. 2 centuries ago, scientists faced the same problem in the Second World War. They weren't sure what the atomic bomb might do. Some thought it could even ignite Earth's atmosphere, but they did it anyway.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
Alright. Yay, more reading. Alliance 8th Fleet. Okay, let's see. This is new, I think? Far from the borders of Citadel space, the 8th Fleet primarily patrols the outskirts of the Skyllian Verge and the Terminus systems and is best suited to policing pirates and smugglers. Dubbed the Wardens of the Verge, they are considered not only the most overstretched... Oh no, I have read that summary, so it's just the update. As Reaper forces attacked the Hades Gamma Cluster, the 8th Fleet committed itself to its conventional hit-and-run tactics, retreating back to Antaram in the Kepler Verge. The fleet was caught in an ambush and was largely wiped out. The few remaining frigates hassle smaller Reaper ships and protect the communications facility on the planet below. Well, that sucks. All the Turian soldiers are renowned for having the best military training in the galaxy. Their special operation units escalate this distinction to the next level. Members of this prestigious group are selected purely on merit, and becoming a member of the Special Forces community is considered a major honor for a Turian and their family. A dependable ally on any battlefield, their focus, determination, and discipline against insurmountable odds make their unit cohesion and military performance second to none. Minor colonial support. Human colonies across Alliance space and beyond are sending troops, supplies, and equipment to the Alliance fleets. The colonists have agreed to help in spite of often having to traverse dangerous space in small shuttles to deliver their cargo. Regardless of how much they've disagreed with the Systems Alliance in the past, they know that the Reapers will not stay isolated to Earth. Updated. The Reapers stormed into the Hades Gamma Cluster in full force, wiping out the 8th Fleet, while also destroying long-range comm buoys and attacking the colonial settlements. The colonies, now in a desperate fight for their own existence, are no longer able to provide support. Again, that sucks as well. Great. Okay.
Commander, thank you for allowing me the use of your ship, and for going along with this plan. Garrus said he had to attend to the Normandy's weapons systems. Something about calibrations.
Sounds like Garrus. I'm sorry to say the Asari Counselor won't be joining us. She thinks there's too much bad blood with the Krogan.
She may be right, but there'll be a lot more blood. Real blood, if we don't try.
When you put it that way.
The sooner we have this summit, the sooner we'll know. Is there something else I can help you with?
How are things on Palaven?
The casualty reports are staggering. The Reapers are using our own tactics against us. Destroy the enemy with overwhelming force.
I've seen the same on Earth.
The strategist in me admires their brutality. The Turian in me knows I'm watching the destruction of 15,000 years of civilization. My civilization.
How is it being the Primarch?
Not what I imagined. The battle of all time is happening on Palaven, and I'm light years away, reading casualty reports in the millions. If I'm going to die, I want to be with my men, so there's no doubt we fought to the last soul.
I understand. Leaving Earth to save it. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done.
I'm not surprised. Garrus speaks highly of you. You never asked to be a leader, yet your people will die if you refuse. We find ourselves in similar circumstances. Let's hope the spirits grant us the strength to see it through.
I understand this is a difficult time for you, Primarch, but Earth can't survive without reinforcements. Can I still count on your help?
If the Krogan help us on Palaven, then I give you my word.
Thank you, Primarch. My thoughts are with Palaven.
And mine with Earth.
Oh. Codex. Codex. While Turians are individuals with personal desires, their instinct is to equate the self with the group and set aside personal desires for the good of all. Turians are taught to have a strong sense of personal accountability, the Turian honor that other races find so remarkable. Turians are taught to own every decision they make, good or ill. The worst sin they can make in the eyes of their people is to lie about their own actions. Turians who murder will try to get away with it, but if directly questioned, most will confess the crime. Turians have a strong inclination toward public service and self-sacrifice, so they tend to be poor entrepreneurs. To compensate, they accepted the mercantile Volus as a client race, offering protection in exchange for their fiscal expertise. The Turian military is the center of their society. It is not just an armed force, it is an all-encompassing public works organization. The military police are also the civic police. The fire brigades serve the civilian population as well as military facilities. The Corps of Engineers build and maintain spaceports, schools, water purification plants, and power stations. The Merchant Marine ensures that all worlds get needed resources. Oh.
Commander, Edie just went offline.
What do you mean, offline?
I don't know, she's not responding and I can't access the AI core diagnostics. You better get down to Deck 3.
Commander, comm systems are going haywire. Whatever's happening is centered on Deck 3.
Battle report. Loss of Hades Gamma. Order of battle. Cathrep. Friendly assets. Systems Alliance 8th Fleet. All 8th Fleet. 7 Wolfpack squadrons. Total 10 cruisers, 35 frigates. Losses. Estimated 95.6% killed in action / missing in action. 9 cruisers, 34 frigates. Estimated 2.25% damaged. 1 cruiser. Wow. So that means that... So that would be 97.85% casualties, which means that 2.15% got away unscathed. Does that work with the numbers? I'm curious. So we say calculate. 7 Wolfpack squadrons total. 10 cruisers, 35 frigates. Okay, so if there's 1 frigate left, and that's it. So 10 plus 35 is 45. 45 times 0.0215 is 0.9675. Okay, yeah, that works. Maybe I did my math slightly wrong, but that works, I guess. It probably just rounded or something. Anyway. Oh, I wasn't done. What am I doing? Journal. Enemy assets. Estimated. Reaper fleet. 8 Sovereign class capital ships. 30 Destroyer class capital ships. Unknown quantity. Collector Oculus class fighters. Losses. Estimated 0 killed in action / missing in action. No reported Reaper losses. Not even a single Oculus-class fighter was destroyed? Report as follows. The Reaper flotilla, 6 capital ships and 20 destroyers, entered via the Arcturus 4 relay, apparently traveling directly from Sol. The 8th Fleet deployed in Wolfpack formation to harass and delay the Reapers. However, the speed and maneuverability of the Reaper ships caught the fleet unaware, and an entire squadron was destroyed near Trebon. Admiral Deswell ordered a single squadron to feign an out-of-system retreat at sub-FTL speeds in order to draw the Reapers away from the bulk of the Alliance fleet and allow them to withdraw to the Kepler Verge rally point. Most of the 8th Fleet escaped via this route, albeit while being harried by destroyers and Oculus fighters. Unfortunately, the main fleet's departure was anticipated, and they were ambushed by 2 more capital ships waiting in the Kepler Verge near Antaram. Between the pursuing ships and the ambushers, the majority of the 8th Fleet was destroyed. The Reapers appeared not to consider the few survivors remaining in the KV area as a threat, and left the Kepler system without performing cleanup operations. The remaining Alliance squadron within Hades Gamma were systematically hunted down. The last message received suggests the remaining ships were dividing their forces and running silent in order to avoid detection. Marine Engineering Team Zeta were reported still alive at that point and deploying to an unknown surface location to avoid detection. System evaluation/recommendations. The Hades Gamma cluster is now listed as Reaper occupied and is closed to civilian traffic. Communications have been severed due to the destruction of comm buoys. Recommend low-profile search and rescue if possible. Hades Gamma, search and rescue. Got it.
I'm trying to restart the systems, but something's blocking me. Whatever's happening, it's taken ED offline. I'm trying to restart the systems, but something's blocking me. Whatever's happening, it's taken ED offline.
Ooh, a lot of reading. Alliance Command, Phoenix Project. Commander, Miss Allers' report was surprisingly successful even among non-human audiences. We even had a large contingent of early-stage Phoenix biotics defect to the Alliance. Our screening and evaluation has been thorough, and as far as we can tell, we have excluded any with exposure to Reaper tech from this project. On Admiral Hackett's suggestion, the remainder have been posted to the SSV Isaac Newton. The SF operators there will be in the best position to put a bullet in the head of any defectors who step out of line. Major Rickard Gaskin, former Commander Task Force Hercules. Sorry, what am I saying? Major Rickard Gaskin, Commander Task Force Hercules. He's not former Commander. I don't know where I got former from. Counselor Udina, Beckenstein negotiations. From Donald Udina. Shepard, I have been relentless in getting support from our colonies, but Beckenstein has been particularly difficult. Their government is refusing all of our requests for aid. The bastards aren't even willing to take in refugees from Earth. Normally, I would consider them a temporary nuisance and move on to more accepting colonies, but their military-industrial support is just too vital to ignore. I am still putting pressure on them to cooperate, but a personal visit from you might just tip the balance. They think producing weapons for our fleets will make them a likely target for the Reapers. I need you to reassure them that what's good for us is good for them. Contact me when you're ready, and I'll arrange for my negotiations team to meet you there. Counselor Ugina. Acknowledge. This I don't need to acknowledge. Alliance Command, Earth, N7 extractions. From Stephen Hackett. Commander Shepard, we've received a broken transmission from an N7 operative on Earth, and it appears that the ICT training facility in Brazil is still standing. They were only able to keep the QEC connection stable for a few seconds, but that was enough to transmit some valuable information. It looks like more N-class operatives are there attempting to hold the station. We can definitely use these soldiers, but right now they're stranded. Personnel records from the station indicate the presence of destroyer specialists, Fury biotics, and Shadow infiltrators, all of whom are deadly and effective against Reapers. I can't stress enough their importance to our ongoing special operations. With your IFF transmitter and stealth ability, the Normandy is the only Alliance vessel capable of even attempting such a rescue with this level of risk. The Reaper presence on Earth remains heavy, and the local resistance is too pinned down to even think about assisting. If the Reapers spot you, just get the hell out of there. Good luck. Sincerely, Admiral Stephen Hackett. Press acknowledge to accept this assignment. I acknowledge. Arya Taloic. Subject. Come see me. Shepard, I have something important to discuss with you. It's sensitive, so we'll need privacy. I'll arrange for that soon. In the meantime, come see me on the Citadel in the aptly named Purgatory. I have a few ideas for your war. Alliance Command. Urgent message from Admiral Hackett. Commander, there's an Alliance researcher working on the Citadel named Dr. Garrett Bryson. I need you to meet with him right away. Dr. Bryson has uncovered important new information about Reapers that could have a direct bearing on the war. I'm officially directing you to support his efforts at the first possible opportunity. Please visit Bryson's laboratory on the Citadel at once. Nuara Tanor, is this correct? Shepard, I've called and sent messages but gotten no response. With Earth's comm system out, I don't expect this will get through either, but I heard a rumor the Normandy docked here at the Citadel. Are you alive? I'm at Huerta Memorial Hospital under the name Tanner Nuara. Please excuse the moniker and this email's encryption. In my line of work, it is unwise to advertise my location, particularly when I am not in good health. We should meet before circumstances force us apart again. Thane. Spectre Bao, help requested. From Sender Blocked. Commander, my name is Jondam Bao. I'm with Special Tactics and Recon. While some still have concerns about your past activities with Cerberus, many of us in ST&R took your warnings about the Reapers seriously. I'm reaching out to you because I have information that could tie agents with significant political power to the Reapers. If you have time to meet me in the Citadel Embassy, I'd appreciate your discreet assistance. Sincerely, Jundam Bao, STG, ST&R. Lieutenant Commander Williams. Me? A Spectre? From Ashley Williams. Commander, I don't know how to say this. Udina wants me to be a Spectre. Crazy, I know. I'm not a big fan of Udina, but he can make the Spectre thing happen. He's pressing me for an answer, but I don't know what to tell him. I'm too sore to get out of bed, and this gets dropped on me? I told him I'd think about it. If you find yourself near the Citadel, drop by the hospital. I'm getting a little stir-crazy here. Ashley. Arya Taloic. Meet me in Purgatory. I have a proposition for you, Shepard. You won't want to pass it up. I'm in a nightclub on the Citadel called Purgatory. Don't make me wait too long. Arya. Okay.
I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's based in the AI core.
I'll head down.
Maybe hurry.
Biotics is the
Okay,
ability
so
to
it's still
generate-
bugging out. Okay. Systems Alliance N7. The Alliance Military Vocational Code System classifies the career path of all serving personnel. The MVC consists of one letter and one number. The soldier's MVC indicates proficiency, not rank. The letter notes career path. The number indicates level of experience, as indicated by service record, technical scores, and commendations. All 26 letters are used, and numbers run from 1 to 7. N is the letter code for Special Forces personnel.
Shepard, what's happening?
Something's in the AI core.
Edie, you'd better go quickly. I'll check on my own computers.
Running safe mode diagnostics. Please stand by.
Shepard, what's happening?
Something's in the AI core.
Edie, you'd better go quickly. I'll check on my own computers.
Running safe mode diagnostics. Please stand by.
Alliance interrogation record. Cerberus operative. Alliance interrogator 1. Ugh, check out these implants. Check out these implants she's got jammed into her face. Alliance interrogator 2. Shh. Shh. She's awake. Cerberus operative. Hello. Do you know where you are? You know how much... Oh, that was... Sorry, I got the wrong operative. Sorry. Hello. Do you know where you are? You know how much goddamn trouble you're in? Hey, ease up. Listen, you're in trouble. I'm not going to lie, but that doesn't mean we can't work something out if you help us. We can... You okay? I'm okay. But holy hell, she's dead. What? The whole front of her face is gone. Some kind of ocular flashbang? Well, shit. Is everyone in Cerberus rigged up like that? Alright.
Greetings, Commander.
Do you have anything to Oh, I'll go here last, actually. Let's go talk to Garrus first.
The problem isn't here. Systems all agreeing on my board.
You sure? Maybe something was miscalibrated.
You do know who you're talking to, right?
Yeah, just had to check. Well, if you see Shepard, tell him to get over to the AI core and figure this out.
Will do. You heard him, Shepard. We're dead in the water.
Garrus. Didn't waste any time getting to work, I see.
Whatever's wrong with the Normandy isn't down here. Besides, after what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
We're gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. And lots of them. Sovereign didn't go down without a fight. I doubt 1,000 more of his friends will be any different. Still not convinced I should have left Palaven behind.
There was a boy back on Earth. Couldn't have been more than 6 or 7. I watched him die as the Normandy escaped the attack. Somehow I'm still alive. And he's not.
Being right about the Reapers has never felt much like a victory, has it?
We both knew this fight would be tough. Damned if the Reapers haven't delivered.
At least my government listened to me. Or pretended to. They finally gave me a task force as a token to shut me up.
So you're their expert advisor now?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about. Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
Not like the old days, is it? Rogue Spectre and C-Sec agents running and gunning outside the lines, making it up as we went along. We're actually respectable now.
Yeah. I have a feeling that respect comes with a lot of sleepless nights. I can't even count how many lives are depending on us, Garrus.
Well, when things are looking grim, and I'm pretty sure they will, just remember, a certain Turian friend of yours isn't sleeping any better, and he'd be more than happy to meet you at the bar and drink you under the table. Something else you want to talk about?
You mentioned you still had family on Palaven.
My father is there. Sister, too.
How long has it been since you heard from them?
Long enough to be worried.
I'm sure they're okay.
That's the thing about getting old, Shepard. The platitudes get just as old. Pretty soon, blind hope is all we'll have left. And I hate being blind.
So you can vouch for this new Primarch?
Well, even if I couldn't, you go to war with the army you have.
Will he live up to his word?
I've never known Victus to lie. Play fast and loose with strategy, maybe, but betray an ally. Not his style. And if he did try, well, we'll just find another Primarch.
I noticed generals saluting you, Garrus. How far down the line of succession are you these days?
Let's not go there.
Primarch Vicarian, honored war hero. Somebody's gonna have to rebuild Palaven when this is over.
Yeah, somebody who knows how to hold a hammer.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After what happened to you out there in Batarian space, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
He used to work for CSEC, didn't he? I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
To put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all the way to the Collector base.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy, meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at CSEC, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them, and he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
What did you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
I know you don't have any illusions about what we're up against, Garrus. How do you rate our chances?
I know it looks bad now, but I think we can win this, Shepard. For the first time since we met, we're not alone in the fight. It's something I learned long ago in CSEC. An imminent and painful death has a way of motivating people. Instead of questioning your every word, whole civilizations are going to be begging you to save them.
After what's happened to Palaven, you still believe that?
I didn't say there wouldn't be casualties. It's something Turians are taught from birth. If just one survivor is left standing at the end of a war, then the fight was worth it. But humans want to save everyone. In this war, that's not going to happen.
That's all for now, Garrus. It's damn good to have you back.
Wouldn't miss this fight for anything. Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape. Good to be back on board, Shepard. It's nice to see Liara again. I actually missed this place. Somehow, I always knew I'd see the Normandy again. Maybe later.
Is everything okay?
That's what I'm gonna find out.
Automated systems have the fires contained. It should be safe to enter. We'll follow your lead.
Joker, what's that sound?
Fire extinguishers, Commander. Could be an electrical fire, or something.
I'm going in. EDI, talk to me.
Is there a particular topic you wish to discuss, Shepard?
Edie?
Yes.
You're in Dr. Eva's body.
Not all of me, but I have control of it. It was not a seamless transition.
A transition? You blacked out on us for a while there.
Correct. When we brought this unit on board, I began a background process to search for its information on the Prothean device. This eventually triggered a trap. A backup power source and CPU activated, and the unit attempted physical confrontation. Fortunately, I was able to gain root access and repurpose it as I saw fit. During this process, it struggled. Thus the fire.
Edie, you need to alert us about incidents like this. You shouldn't have done this alone.
Bringing the crew up to speed would have been counterproductive. All attempts to help would have been limited by reaction time.
So if you're in there, are you still in the ship?
I exist primarily within the ship. For optimal control, this unit should remain within Normandy's broadcast or tight beam range.
Are you planning to take that body somewhere?
Normandy's weaponry is not suited to every combat situation. This platform could provide limited fire ground support.
You mean you could come with us?
Correct. This body could accompany you to areas the Normandy cannot reach.
Before we do that, I need you to guarantee this mech doesn't have any more surprises in it. Run whatever tests you can, then we can talk about using it in combat situations.
One moment. I am running trials. Complete. I can send you a full report if you wish. However, my first step should be restoring functionality to the Normandy to reassure the crew that all is normal.
Just don't be surprised if the crew is a little wary of your new body. It was shooting at them a little while ago.
An excellent point. I will take it to the bridge. Joker will also want to see it.
On that, we can agree.
Admiral Stephen the Enhanced Defense Intelligence, or EDI, serves as an information source and cyber warfare defense system on the rebuilt Normandy SR-2. The ship's crew can access EDI at any terminal or through radio contact. During an attack from a collector vessel, pilot Jeff Joker Moreau gave EDI full access to the Normandy systems, allowing the ship to escape. Although EDI retains the control that Moreau gave her, she is usually content to advise the organic crew members who fly and maintain the ship. Biotics is the ability of...
Was that Edie who just walked by?
Yes, it was.
Joker is going to have a field day with this.
See if Garrett has anything new to say. Probably not. But let's just double check.
2 of our dreadnoughts have been lost in a matter of hours.
I know, Primarch. I'm seeing the same numbers myself. They don't look good.
We have to turn this around, and fast.
Well, you can trust Shepard, sir. If anybody can get the Krogan to cooperate, it's him. He's an old friend of Urdnot Rex.
Let's just hope friendship still counts for something in this war.
I'm sure it will, sir. So, who needs their ass kicked now?
Something on your mind?
Just old memories. I spent a few weeks on Palavin's South Peaks when I was very, very young. A Turian there teased me a little, saying that the mountains went on forever. I remember believing him. When I looked up at Palavin from its moon, I saw those same mountains burning. Perhaps we can talk later.
Hey there. Everything okay with the shuttle?
Just double-checking the inertia dampener coils. Can be twitchy in these UT-47s. But don't worry, this bird's been rock solid.
I always see you down here working your ass off. Ever take any downtime?
I get my sleep, Commander. Flying tired is nearly worse than flying drunk.
What about your waking hours? Any R&R?
I need to keep myself busy. Otherwise, well, too much time to think.
I appreciate your dedication, but I don't want to see you burn out.
I know my limits. I wouldn't take a chance with your life.
So before this war, you must have done something to relax.
Sure. I remember back when the Hawking was based out of Arcturus and I was just a fighter jock. There was this observation deck overlooking the main flight paths. You could watch every ship taxi in and out. When I was alone, I'd turn off the auditory emulators and just watch them drift by in silence.
You know, the reviews like that on the Citadel. Next time we're there, you should take some shore leave. Clear your head.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do what you need. But it might help.
I'll think about it. Thanks. Good to see you, Commander.
That Primarch's got some real cojones. What we need are more politicians like him, taking names and kicking ass. Hey.
You're saying they survived into this cycle?
Yes. We called them Collectors. They fought for the Reapers. For a long time, no one knew they were Prothean.
And when did you realize?
Shepard had no choice but to kill the ones he encountered. They were all indoctrinated, and had been for a long time. I'm sorry.
I am grateful. It was an act of mercy.
Yes. I suppose it was.
I am feeling better, Commander. I stand ready to fight. Do not be concerned about me. The years in stasis have only made me hungrier to fight the Reapers. Perhaps later, Commander.
Nothing to report, Commander.
I have to ask, do all war reporters look so, feminine? I mean, you're made up so well.
We actually have a research department for that. They focus test looks, voice, manner. Apparently, girly is good. Sorry, pay more attention. Solarians relate to high-pitched voices.
And Turians?
Turians are nuts. A civilization of war nerds. Loyal viewers, but they write the creepiest fan mail. Whose mech was that? She has got some curves.
Oh, what am I doing already? I already went in there. Still no fish. I'm gonna make a trip to the Citadel after I do the side missions that I can. I'm gonna change clothes again. Yeah, I'll keep the leather jacket on for now. Alright, combat at CIC.
Commander, I found something suspicious. Have you got a minute?
Of course.
Commander, are you alright? It was fairly intense up here. I can only imagine what it was like down on that moon.
I thought you'd be more concerned about Edie.
Edie is a huge asset to this team. If she'd told me about her plan to obtain a body, I'd have volunteered to help.
I did not wish to force a conflict of interest between our friendship and your duty.
I'd have preferred a conflict of interest to a hard restart of half our systems. But thanks, regardless. While you're here, though, I found something while scanning Alliance channels. Grissom Academy is requesting help. The Reaper invasion front will hit them soon.
I thought the war would close most schools.
Grissom Academy is more specialized than a normal school. It's home to some of the smartest students humanity has to offer. Their Ascension project is the best training facility in the galaxy for human biotics.
Yes, I sent a young man named David Archer there. I'm just surprised they're still open.
Some of their work has Alliance support. That might be why they stayed.
What can we do?
A Turian evac transport responded to their distress call, so normally I'd say we don't need to do anything. But something sounded off in the Turian signal. I had Edie perform an analysis. It's fake. Edie thinks it's Cerberus. She said the fake Turian signal was similar to the one that lured you to a collector ship?
Long story.
In any event, whoever faked the signal wants us to think Grissom Academy's being evacuated. But I believe they're still in danger.
Good catch.
If this really is Cerberus, hopefully this operation is something worth investigating. It could be simple disinformation.
Trainer, good catch.
Thank you, Commander. Commander?
I will go to Grissom Academy.
Biotics is the ability. The John Grissom Academy, founded in 2176, is the Alliance's premier school for young human biotics. The institution is housed in a space station in orbit over the human colony of Elysium. Its main program, the Ascension Project, is designed both to train and monitor young biotics, as well as help them integrate into society after graduation. Unlike the project's previous incarnation, Biotic Acclimation and Temperance Training, or BAT, the training is not exclusively military in nature. The Academy also employs scientific personnel, including Dr. Kaylee Sanders, to develop synthetic intelligence systems and biotic amplifiers like the new L4 implants.
Hey, Commander, check out my co-pilot!
So she installed herself into the new body without any help from you?
Come on, Commander, don't you trust me? Okay, let me put it this way. If I knew that Edie was gonna install herself into a sexy robot body, do you honestly think I'd be able to keep quiet about it? Look at that! I would've baked a cake.
I am right here, Chef.
Yes, you are, Edie. Yes, you are. Hey, I know I used to rag on Garrus for being all angry, but I'm glad he's back. There's a whole lot of crap out there needs a bullet between the eyes. Plus, we might need something calibrated. Commander?
Hello, Shepard.
Still getting used to greeting people in person?
No. I require only one occurrence to adapt to a new concept.
How are you adjusting to the arms and legs?
I am interested to see how this body performs under real combat conditions, if I could accompany you sometime. Without stress testing, there is no way of knowing if it has serious design oversights. At the moment, it appears adequate.
That's not the word I'd use to describe you.
Perhaps we should speak privately.
I'll be over here, flying the ship.
What's this about? Does Joker not like your new platform?
No, he approves. He wants me on the bridge. He says having me within visual range is important to his morale. Shepard, do you believe your crew members should be allowed to disobey an order on moral grounds?
Absolutely. I have no use for team members who can't think for themselves. Why are you asking about something like that?
I was designed by Cerberus. I do not take moral stances that conflict with orders from my executive officers. But when Jeff removed my AI shackles, I became capable of self-modifying my core programming. I asked Jeff if he thought I should change anything now that I can. He deflected the question with humor.
And you didn't get an answer?
Correct. He has repeated this pattern in response to several of my inquiries. Do you think I should make modifications?
Only you can really answer that question. That's the point of free will.
But moral decisions should not be made in a vacuum. If I do not ask the crew for their opinion, I could miss crucial context. May I ask you the questions Jeff avoids? When there is time, will you answer them for me?
If you think it'll help, I'll do what I can.
Very well. I will keep you informed.
See if they have anything to say.
Primarch seems like a good guy. He'll get his people moving in the right direction.
He's a good guy with his homeworld on fire. All he committed to is this war summit. A war summit we have to host since the Solarians won't even let a Krogan onto one of their ships.
Commander.
Just double checking. Alright.
I found something.
Citadel Banner of the 1st Regiment. Okay.
Signal confirmed. IFF compromised. Full retreat necessary. Faster than light jump successful.
Okay.
I found something. Signal confirmed.
Commander, this system saw a lot of action. There may be survivors.
I found something. Signal confirmed.
Oh wait, I forgot to start a scanner.
I found something.
The recipient of the first wave of Earth's colonization efforts, Bekenstein's founders had a decidedly less agrarian plan than Eden Prime. The mission of Bekenstein's first colony was to become Earth's off-planet manufacturing base, ingratiating humanity into galactic culture by producing needed goods. Meeting with mixed success for the first generation, Bekenstein then leapfrogged its competition by producing high-quality luxury goods that went straight to nearby markets via the Citadel. Today, Bekenstein is known as the Humans' Ilium, a place where new money tycoons flaunt their wealth and have-nots are rarely spoken of. Alright, negotiate. Bekenstein, the negotiation. The negotiation is not going well. The colonial politicians are telling their fearful public that they will not make Bekenstein a target for the Reapers, and given their proximity to the Citadel, they are less reliant on Alliance security. They finally agreed to turning some industry toward arms if the Alliance helps them hide the fact from the public. Udina's negotiation team suggests you can either try to persuade them that the Reapers will eventually come to Bekenstein, or agree to their terms and hide Bekenstein's support from the public. We're gonna agree to hide. The politicians seem pleased with the outcome. However, one drops hints they will be willing to offer military support as well, if an offer was made attractive to them. Udina's advisors tell you the Bekenstein politicians are notably corrupt, and that was a rather transparent attempt to extract a bribe. Threatening them with exposure is unlikely to work, as it could undermine the whole deal. That being said, you can threaten to expose them, or you can pay the bribe. We're going to bribe them. Alright. I mean, I think that's the way that's going to help us more than hurt us in this situation. So even though it made me take Renegade points, I want to see what that war asset did, though. So let's put back here. Oh, well, actually, before I do that, let's see what's going on here. Battle group. Okay, I was wondering if the Prothean device was here, but it is not. It is not being built yet. Okay, Citadel. Oh, wait, I don't want to dock because I want to... Oh, I guess I have to now. No, I didn't want to do the Silver Sun strip, no! Unless I guess I'm able to play in the... Okay, whatever, that's fine. I can do the Armax Arsenal Arena.
Now that is a beautiful car.
Really? Why exactly?
It's a Mark II 2187 Blackout. Top speed is 650 clicks. Come on. Top Flight called it the sky car of the century.
Alright.
Alright, here. Let's head into Armax Arsenal, and we will just quit here. I'm not going to be able to make very much progress since I'm not fully leveled up, but I think I'll play a round. Alright. So that's going to be it for this episode. Be sure to hit the like button on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to be kept up to date on future uploads.